Hey everybody, it's Dino with One Tom Plumber. I'm back again with another video. Why am I in this basement? Mold. There's lots of mold in basements, but we hardly ever check the basement for signs of mold. I'm going to show you the 4 signs to look for. All right, suspect number 1 for mold is the pipes in the ceiling of your basement. So when you're checking your basement, look at every pipe that you can find that is apparent. In other words, many pipes are behind walls and ceiling tiles, and those are kind of hard to do. But what you're looking for is discoloration, condensation, any kind of water moisture sign, whether it's on the wood, near fittings, such as that fitting there, and along the pipes. All right, here's another suspect, your sump pump. Now, the sump pump obviously is taking water that is accumulating in your basement from the foundation and all around it, and it's helping relieve the pressure so that that water doesn't go into your basement and flood you. But by its very nature, it's a hole in the ground, it's got a lot of water in it, etc. So you know where I'm going with this. There's possibilities for leaks and water getting out in a way that creates this moisture that creates the bacterial growth. So make sure you're checking your sump pump, the drain pipes, etc., the whole thing, the backfill, everything about that sump pump you want to constantly check and make sure there's not signs. Suspect number 3 is wood beams in your ceiling and frankly anywhere else in your basement. You can see we got a lot of wood here, putting up wall enclosures, etc. But the wood beams from all the way from the beginning and all the way to the end, you want to follow them along and make sure there's no discoloration, the wood isn't soft, make sure that it's not crumbling in any way. That could even be termite damage, frankly, if you see any of that. But you just want to make sure all this wood in your ceilings and in your structure, especially these bigger beams, those are structural and you really want to make sure those are okay. All right, I'm going to leave you with some final thoughts. 1, you're going to need a plumber if you see any signs of mold, as we've talked about. The reason? Because a plumber is going to be able to take of plumbing issues. Most mold comes from excessive moisture, and that comes from pipe leaks most of the time. So you're going to want a plumber to inspect everything and make sure the leak is taken care of. Second, you're going to want a water damage restoration professional, because if that moisture has caused the mold, if the leak has caused the mold, it's a health problem and it really needs to be mitigated by a professional. And last thought I'll leave you with is this. Inspect your basement, inspect these 4 areas that I talked about, the sump pump, the ceiling, the floors, the pipes, the walls, once every 6 months. After doing this 2-3 times in 18 months, you'll start really noticing the things that are good and bad about your basement, and you're going to start recognizing things that should be fixed or not fixed. Now, you may not want to do that, but when it comes to the mold problem or any kind of water damage, you're definitely going to want to take care of it.